I'm Shane.
This is What the Hell's Your Problem? A podcast where we talk about the everyday, regular stuff that chaps all of our gills that we kind of love to hate. And we're going to talk about it with a passionate yet fair vigor, as we always do. We are a couple weeks without a pod, so probably lots to catch up on. I mean, Shane, how's your sobriety month going, buddy?
It's going all right. I would just appreciate that anyone that is starting to get into magic, don't talk to me if I'm at a bar.
Like Magic,
Please.
like Magic the Gathering, or like
Not
literally...
the Gathering, the sport or hobby, as they call it.
The like sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Yes, my first week, I'm doing shows sober now, so now I'm learning like how much I hate talking to drunk people.
Oh, it's really annoying, eh?
Yeah, I had to follow James Boyle's lead, like how to get out of conversations. Like, thank God he was there. He just goes, "Yeah, buddy," and then he walks away. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that's really... You might also, just real quick, you might want to back off your mic a little bit. It's a little hot. Yeah, man, one thing I've learned over the years is people don't remember when they're hammered, just go, just leave. It doesn't matter. And if they're upset with you, probably when they wake up, they'll be like, they'll probably return to the fact that it was probably them being an idiot, and then they feel embarrassed. You know,
Yeah.
Which they don't have to, because like drunk people get drunk. People be drinking, drunk people be drunk. So I never care. I never hold it against. I shouldn't say I never hold it against anyone. I know some people where when they're getting drunk, I'm like, you probably should not drink anymore.
It sucks. And also, I know, a guy came up to me and he's just started getting into magic, and it drove me absolutely insane. I pretty much just said I had to go smoke, and I went in my car and drove home.
Yeah, great. That's a perfect move, dude. Just do that. Yeah, great.
And also, when did they start charging for soda water with lime?
It's a thing.
Usually you have to pay for one, and that's it.
Good golly.
You shouldn't have to pay for any. It's water.
Some places won't charge you. If you tell them that you're the designated driver, they often will not charge you.
Okay.
So that's a move you can do. You know what I don't like? I don't like how non-alcoholic beers and non-alcoholic cocktails are the same price as regular beers and cocktails now. What is that about?
I know.
It's trendy to be sober.
Yeah, it's because it got trendy to be sober, and now you tourists doing... Well, I just don't really feel like having any tonight are ruining it for people like me who, if I sometimes don't have those things, I'll, wrap my car around a tree. So you guys are... I appreciate it. I respect that people are drinking less, but you're kind of fucking my shit up, to be honest.
Dude, shout out LD's. Great sober section. Like,
what's LD's?
London
Drugs. Do they have a good sober section?
Yeah, they have like gin and tonics and sangria, like wines. The wine isn't very good, but
it's if you
having
can
a G&T. Oh wow!
You can get good non-alcoholic wine. Erica Sigurdsson is a big non-alcoholic wine person. She has a good nose for this stuff. But if you're in a bar and you're doing mocktails, gin is usually the way to go. They do the best job out of all the fake booze. The gin is the closest to the real thing.
Yes,
I've
been enjoying those.
Real bad experiences with the whiskey. It's always bad. It's like rarely. There's a restaurant in Tofino called Wolf in the Fog that is the best restaurant, but also they're really good at making non-alcoholic spirits better than anywhere else I've been. They kind of have it. They can do an old fashioned, which was
fun.
One of my favorite drinks when I used to drink. They can do an old fashioned pretty good, dude. Like it's pretty good.
Well, I made the mistake of drinking at like a Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving thing. I drank 5 kombuchas.
Oh yeah, that's not a good call.
I could not stop farting and shitting for the whole night.
Well,
my stomach was like hard as a rock. I didn't realize you're not supposed to have more than 2.
No, and also on top of that, they often have like a shit ton of caffeine in them too.
Yeah, I was blasted.
Yeah, you can't. I don't really like kombucha. I just kind of steer clear of. I'm a Diet Cokesman.
Yeah.
Diet Cokesman. Well, good on you, man. Good job. Are you?
Thanks.
Hey, I'm day 9 off the vape today.
Oh, nice.
What do you mean, fuck off? I'm trying.
How many times on this podcast? Oh, day 4 off the vape. Like, tell us
Hey,
when
at
you're in
least
for
I,
like
at least I
6
haven't.
months.
At least I haven't given up. I'm still trying to
That's
quit.
true.
Guys, there's a bald eagle outside my window.
Sky
Whoa.
trash.
It's really cool.
It must be hurt.
No, it's like in the tree outside my window. Just hanging. It's trying to eat my cats. Anyway,
Yeah, probably.
it's distracting me, so I apologize.
It's America. It's America calling you. It's a scout from America here to make us the 51st state.
I think it's a refugee.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably here to spy on the Blue Jays. Can we talk about the baseball game last night?
Oh my God, yes.
That was amazing.
Yeah, the Toronto Blue Jays won the pennant last night.
Huge.
Really big game. That was very exciting. I was screaming and jumping up and down in my house. I'm going to Toronto tomorrow.
Where are you gonna go?
Well, I got really excited when they won because I'm like, yes, I'm going to Toronto. I'll pay. I don't care. I'll pay $1,000 for a ticket. That's what credit cards are for. You got to do that stuff. I don't care. And then I looked at when the games are. I have a show during every single home game.
I'd cancel a
the
game.
entire time.
Or what? Cancel a show.
I can't cancel a show. I can't do that. It's not my. They're not. I'm doing other people's shows. I can't cancel someone else's. I mean, I can cancel my spot, but you can't do that.
For a Jays home game that they haven't been in the World Series for 32 years, I think you can, and you should.
But I'm not a Jays fan.
It's just the whole scenario. It's the whole vibe of being there. Like, that's freaking huge, man.
And I have I've got some pretty big feelings because I am a Dodgers fan. So it's kind of like mom and dad are fighting because everybody likes. I mean, I obviously love the Blue Jays too. It'd be crazy to not. They're my number 2 team. I also like the Mariners. I
don't hate the Mariners.
Growing up in Victoria, the Mariners are always kind of like, yeah, the Mariners, sure, they're close by. I always like Ken Griffey Jr. was the dude. But I think I've been saying this whole time, like, I gotta cheer for the Jays because the Dodgers are. I understand that I cheer for one of the evil empire teams.
The Yankees of the West.
Yankees of the West. I can't argue with that. That is true. And so they're always in the mix. And the Jays, I mean, it's been 30 years since they've been. Yeah, 32 years. I can't not cheer for them. But then I don't know. That's how I've been feeling. And then now it's like it's coming. And I'm like, my instincts are kicking in. And I'm like, fucking go Dodgers, crush them. I can't help it. So I don't know how I feel. I feel like maybe I just shouldn't watch it. Did you see Shohei Ohtani's game that he had the other night? Did you see it? I know this is okay, let me put it to you this way. 10 players even as a non-baseball fan, this is crazy. So 10 players in the history of baseball over 100 years have hit 3 home runs in a single playoff game. 3 players ever. No, 10 players ever.
Wait, is this that Japanese guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at the same time, 26 pitchers ever have had 10 strikeouts and only allowed 2 hits in a playoff game. This dude did both of those things in the same game. He struck out 10 batters, 6 shutout innings, and hit 3 home runs.
He's amazing.
He came up, struck out the side, and then was first up to bat and hit a home run. Did it again in, I think, the 3rd inning or the 4th inning, and he hit it so far. He hit it out of the stadium. Like, not even into the stands, like over the stands and into the parking lot.
Is he cheating? What's happening with him?
He's just good.
He's really good. He's like,
yeah, like not a roided out dude. Like, just like,
yeah, he's quite thin. Yeah,
he's a regular looking dude. I saw him in Anaheim, playing in Anaheim. It was great. It was a great game. They got their asses handed to them.
He might be the best pro athlete of all time. I think the only person who comes close is Tiger Woods. I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
What?
That's it.
Tiger Woods?
Do you understand how dominant Tiger
Yeah.
Woods was?
Yeah, he was a really
I
good
don't
golfer.
I don't think you understand
I
the
think I
magnitude.
do.
Like, I kind of felt the same way. Go watch the documentary about Tiger Woods on Netflix. It's fucked.
Yeah,
What
it's a
about
good documentary.
what about Michael Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan too, totally.
What
But
about
like,
100%.
Shaq?
Shaq
well,
doesn't count. He's too big. Shaq had such a
so here's what happened at my house in our reverse gender roles in the home that I live in.
yeah.
Jude and I are watching the game. First of all, I watched the whole game by myself because Jude is a mini Daniel and gets too intense, so he can't watch it because it makes him too crazy. So he
I had a
came
hard
up,
time getting to sleep last night.
yeah. So only came up to watch the top of the ninth with me, and obviously we were cheering, and then we cheered so hard that we scared the dog, and she ran outside and wouldn't come back in. But then Zach comes upstairs and he's like, "Oh, they won, eh?" I'm like, "Yeah, they're going to the World Series." He's like, "I thought this was the World Series." I'm like, "Oh my god, no, it's not the World Series. It's the pennant."
He's not a sportsman.
He's not a sports guy.
I respect that my nephew can't watch games because it's too intense. I get it. I was like uncomfortable last night. And at the same time, I had a really close fantasy football match going on with the Seahawks and Texans game. And I was definitely going to win. And then Darnold fumbled the ball in the end zone and his Texans D picked it up and got a touchdown. I lost in one play. Just like that. Lost.
That's
Two.
how I feel when I watch The Bachelor, so I get it.
Love Island.
Have to go and listen to it in the other room without the visuals.
It's just too intense. You can't handle it. I get
Yeah.
it. I understand. I get that. So this is exciting. I'm going to Toronto. I'm gonna do my best to cheer for the Jays, but I am gonna bring my Nomo jersey and my Dodgers sweater. And part of me is like, I'm just gonna be the heel. Because the other thing is that the Dodgers are gonna fucking obliterate them. Like I hope that doesn't
not saying
happen,
that.
but like, dude. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I don't care. I hope I eat those words. I kind of do. I feel like I hope the Blue Jays win. Anyway, this is not a sports podcast, and I feel like our demographic is mostly Langford moms, so they probably don't give a shit about this. What do you guys got going on? What are your problems? What are your problems this week?
Well, I can start.
Yeah.
I got one.
I have a
It's
bit
kind
of
of
an incident
innocuous,
going on
but-
right now.
No way. Well, Shane just said he's going to start and then started telling us, so maybe we'll let him do
Was
that.
that delayed?
Oh.
I have a bit of an incident going on right now with my coffee shop, my work coffee shop.
Me too. Go on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So
It's
I go to the
amazing.
office once a week. There's a coffee shop right beside the office I go to every morning. But I don't think, like, there used to be a girl that would know me in there, and it would be fine. But now I think she left, and now it's a chocolate shop as well.
Oh, this place. Yeah, well, we know about this place is the guy who was like, I'm going to make you something and then charged you.
Yes.
Too
Did
much.
I already talk about this
You talked about that.
on the podcast?
I don't know. Did we? I know we
I
talked
think
about
I
it in real
told you
life.
about it
You told me about it in real life. I don't know if we
in
talked
golf
about it
when
on
we
the
played
pod.
golf.
Sarah,
But
does
yeah,
this
that's
sound
my
familiar to
issue.
you?
It's still happening.
Well, it might have been an episode where we had like Farce or Burke on it or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
I think I told you when we played golf, but or something. But yeah, so anyway, well, Sarah, you can hear me out here. So I go in there and I just order a regular iced coffee, and he's like, "No, no, no, you don't want that. I'm gonna make you a special coffee." And then makes me this insane fancy coffee, and then charges me for the fancy coffee.
Crazy.
But I
Crazy.
say I can't. I have issues saying no. But he's already started making it.
No.
So I think it's great to like know your customers coming in. You're like, I'm gonna make you something cool today. I'm gonna whip something up for you. I think that's great. You cannot charge. You can't make me a drink that I didn't order and then charge me more for it. That's insane behavior. You
Right.
can't
And
do that.
there's an essence of flirtiness which I like, but then it makes me feel even worse about saying no. I just want the regular coffee.
Okay? I think if someone was telling me that they were gonna make me something, I would be like, well, what? I feel like I'm more assertive than you. I would be like, what is it? You have to tell me because there's stuff I don't like. And then he would tell me, and then I'd be like, I don't want that. Because didn't he give you like like a crazy sugar cake drink first
It
thing in
was
the morning? I don't want that.
it was sugar macchiato up the asshole syrup or whatever.
Yeah, if I
Shane, I would have
it
been too
cons-
polite, just like you.
I wouldn't, yeah, and I think that's reasonable because that's a weird situation. You were probably caught off guard. I think I'm a bit of a psycho that
The
way, but
problem is that it's happened, and now I've started going to the other coffee shop that's a little further away, so I'm late when I come back on my breaks.
because you don't
So
want
it's
to deal with it again,
what?
because you don't want it to happen again or something.
Yes, I can't go in there unless I'm getting a lunch item, maybe. But
That's crazy. You got to go back in there, man, and just set. You got to take your power back, but
well,
don't.
I'm just waiting till they hire a new person, then I can go back in, and then. But that coffee, it was so sugary that it felt like I did like 3 lines of cocaine and went
Yeah,
back to work.
I saw Sarah post something this morning about having donuts for breakfast. Some meme about like the doctor saying you shouldn't have donuts for breakfast, and then the lady was like, "Oh yeah, most people mind their own fucking business," kind of thing. You
It
remember
was
posting
funny.
that?
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, yeah,
Isn't
it
that a
was
far
funny.
right wing meme?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a MAGA meme. I can't if I eat like something sugary first thing in the morning, my day is fucked. I'm boned. I can't do that. Like
Yeah.
I can, but like the floodgates are open at that point, and I'm just eating whatever I want after that, and then I'm just gonna feel like shit. I'm gonna be grouchy. I the older I get, the more I realize how what I actually eat makes such a difference to like my mood, everything.
Yeah.
You know, it really does. And like when I eat stuff that's not good for me, um, it gives me like a dopamine spike, but then I crash afterwards and it sucks. Whereas I will sometimes be grouchy that I'm not getting myself a cookie, but then I come home and I eat like a salad, and then afterwards I'm like, oh, I feel I have energy, I feel good. I'm not like mad at myself. I stop craving the other things. I was on the road with former guest of the show, Sean Majumder, and we were listening to all these health podcasts and stuff, and he's like a big advocate for like, think of food as instructions for what you want your body to do, because your body will do different things with different foods. And I was like, that's smart. I like thinking of it that way. He's like, you should always take the first thing you eat in the day should be protein. And I was like, he's like, carbs will just like they'll give you energy momentarily, but like you have to like be exercising, or else and if you eat empty carbs, you'll just crash out like right away. It's like
So
a
if I eat a peach, will it give me a nice ass?
plump.
Shane, eat an eggplant.
Yeah, if I grate a bunch of cheese, well then I have like shredded abs. But I think he's right because now I have like a protein shake at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I don't eat again until like noon, and it works great, and then seems to be going good. But
Yeah.
all this to say, I've digressed. You gotta go back in there and take your power back. This is a perfect opportunity for you to practice on someone that is inconsequential in just being like just not caring, because you're carrying around this whole narrative of like, is this guy gonna, is this gonna be awkward? Is it gonna be weird? Is he gonna try to give me a thing again? He's not thinking about that at all. All that happened is you came in one time and he whipped you up some drink. You don't even know why he did it. Maybe he just had extra stuff and he's trying to get rid of it. It's crazy that he charged you more. That's not okay. That's completely insane.
Well,
But
maybe I should send their Instagram account a picture of me working at the standing desk, because I never work at the standing desk, but my legs were fucking moonwalking so much all day. I had to work at the standing desk, which
which
I hate
coffee
that
shop
thing.
was it?
Ugh. But
Name
anyway,
names. What?
I said I'll probably just take like a bunch of anti-anxiety medication and go in there again on Thursday.
That's what you
Dude,
should
you
do.
got to start practicing setting boundaries and just like living your life and doing the things you want to do, or else you will always be owned by this. And this is a great place to practice, in my opinion.
My first reaction to when these things happen is like, okay, I can go back again if I'm wearing a wig and I'm wearing sunglasses.
Which you probably are, like, all the time.
That's what my brain thinks is easier to do than facing confrontation.
That's very funny.
Do you hate
Well,
all confrontation or just some confrontation?
I mean, it depends. If I feel like if I'm in the right, I can be confrontational.
I
yeah,
feel like
or
I can start the confrontation, but I don't care for it when people start one with me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
yeah, you know what my thing is that I'll start one, and then as soon as it starts, I'm like, oh no, I don't want this. I just wanted to like say a thing and be right, and then have it end.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the fight.
I don't like to fight. I don't like being challenged. So
I was actually thinking today, like what I hate if I get into a confrontation, I say, and then I want to back out of it. I say, yeah, okay, I get it, and then they're like, no, you don't get it, and then it goes on more. I'm like, no, don't say that.
I prefer a strongly worded email.
Yeah,
yeah, it's always easier when it's online and you don't have to say the thing. That's for
And
sure.
your name's not
Yeah.
attached to it.
ooh, that's what I'll do. Is I'll send an email, get ChatGPT to write it for me, and send it to the coffee shop.
I think you just need to go into that coffee shop. You need to go own that. Okay, so my thing was also a coffee shop thing.
Okay.
First of all, I want to preface this by saying I've been in full rage mode on and off this
good.
week. I think probably because I'm not vaping, but I just like my temper's been so bad. RIP, sorry Tara and everyone around me. I've been like kind of like good, but then just quick to snap. And so I worked retail most of my life, and I had this boss at Shoppers who would always say, if someone was at the counter, he would look at you and he'd go, "Your paycheck's at the counter."
Ooh,
And
that's
actually I kind of liked it. It's like your job hinges on giving good customer service so that people continue to shop here so that you continue to have a job. I actually think that's great. I think that's true. We were brought up at that job being told never point a customer to which aisle something is in. You walk them there, you show them the product, you help them. It's like help people. Like, and it really actually taught me to like enjoy helping people. And I still am like that. I really like helping people. Like whenever I can help you out, like I would love to do it. And so I'm kind of a customer service stickler. Like I think it's really important. And also I had this other boss at the same place who was like, there always needs to be someone at the counter. The person standing there is more important than the person on the phone. The person standing there is more important than anything, right? And another thing that these two guys had conflicting things though. One guy taught us, he's like, give accurate wait times because we were filling prescriptions, right? So he would be like, if it's going to take 30 minutes, tell them it's going to take 30 minutes. Most people are going to be like, oh, it's 30 minutes? Sure, no problem. I'll go do something and come back. But if you tell them it's going to be 5 and then it takes 30, they're going to be mad because they're like, well, you said it took 5. No, it's taking 30, right? But my other boss was like, 5 minutes. Never say more than 5 minutes. And I'm like, well, what if I can't? He's like, get it done in 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah, but that's unrealistic. It doesn't make any sense. Like sometimes you just can't. Like, it's not. Anyway, that was tough. But like, okay, I went into a coffee shop. I was in rage mode already. I walked in, there was one person in line in front of me. There were 3 people behind the counter. And in my mind, it's like one person getting the counter, one person making coffees, and the third person kind of doing whatever else, like a bar back kind of situation, right? That makes sense to everyone, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
For workflow. So I'm standing behind, one person in line in front of me, person orders a thing, and I'm butchering the story. They got helped, whatever. I walk up to the counter. The girl at the counter, like doing the intake or whatever, doesn't say anything to me and then just turns and walks away and starts bringing stuff out to the people at the tables. But like, what is the other person who's working? Like, why isn't the other person doing that? Your job is to be at the counter. Why are you leaving the counter? Doesn't say anything to me, takes off to go do that, and then starts doing whatever else. I'm still standing there. Has not even been like, hey, I'll be with you in a second. Other person's still making coffee. And then the third person, they're like I don't know, doing garbages and stuff, just doing like refilling stuff. And I'm like just standing there watching all this happen. Phone rings. She answers the phone and then looks at me and is like, be 1 second. And I'm just
What?
standing there. This is like
No.
minutes, not 30 seconds. I just turned and walked out.
You did?
And I didn't even feel like snap rage. I just was like, no, I'm good here. I don't
I
want to
think
do
that's
this.
Wow.
fair. That's a fair
Yeah.
response to that because this is the new
Yeah.
thing. This is how this, I really think this is the new reality. Like when I worked at Thrifties, you could not point to same thing. You couldn't point. You walked them directly to where that product was. And
For
now
sure.
people don't even look at you in there or in like anywhere. No one wants to help you.
Yeah, it's bad customer service everywhere. Also, there's another coffee shop I go to where there's just zero sense of urgency at all. And they do the same thing that I said this other one does. They do it all the time. But on top of that, they'll just be making conversation. With this place often has a lineup out the door. It's a very busy place. And they're just like chilling, making conversation. And I'll get to the front and they're making conversation with me. And I'm like so aware that there's 10 people in line behind me. I'm like, we don't need to do that right now. I'm like, you're too busy. You're too busy to talk. I don't want to talk. Don't ask me all these questions. Like, just make the thing and do the thing. So
I also hate when especially in the grocery store, if the person at the till starts chatting with the other person that's at the till.
Not okay.
oh yeah.
We've complained to like the HR of grocery stores a few
Herb
times.
Reynoldson. HR of grocery. Herb Reynoldson. Anyway, that's kind of it. I can't really think of anything else.
So let me ask a few questions here. So
Sure.
why was that guy just putting garbages away? Was he like the manager, like pit boss?
Hard to say. I don't know. It was like a 20-year-old girl.
Oh.
So I don't know if she was the manager or what. I'm not really sure what. I don't know. I think that I'm guessing it's a situation where the garbages weren't getting done at this place, and the manager had to have a talk with the staff and be like, you need to make sure that you're filling stuff that needs to be filled, like sleeves and lids, and you need to be doing garbages, all that stuff, but then not adding, but like not if there's a customer at the counter. Customer always, because our boss would rip on us for that too, but then he'd be like, but always get the counter first.
Well, that's like, again, in the 90s, when I worked at McDonald's in high school, you didn't change the garbage or fill the ketchup things or anything. When it was busy, it was all hands on deck. And then when it slowed down, then you went and cleared the tables. Then you went and refilled everything. Like, come on, use your fucking common sense.
Totally. I've also had an experience, and this is even worse, where I was at a coffee shop and there was like 5 people in line, and they, instead of playing music off like a phone and Spotify, they're playing vinyl, which I like. I think that's cool. But they left the front counter while there's a huge lineup of people and went over and changed the record. But like not just changed the record, they like sifted through and like picked out a new record and like decided what they were going to put. And like there was like 5 people in line, and I'm like, this is crazy. You can't do that. That's nuts.
Well, having vinyl, fine, but you need like vinyl is not fine. It's fine at home. It's not fine in a business.
I think it's okay. But use it when it's slow, and maybe it just got busy all of a sudden. But like, I feel like here's a PSA to people who own, work in, or manage cafes with vinyl. Make it a rule that if you're going to switch the vinyl, when you put a vinyl record on, have the next one decided what you're going to have next as well,
like
so that if you do have to change it, what?
Like a playlist, a cue.
Yeah, like a playlist, so that when it ends, you know to put the next one on right away, so you don't have to.
Or find a record that all the songs equal to 8 hours and then work.
yeah, like a Brian Eno, weird. Yeah, like Pink Floyd, Mars Volta, Deloused in the Comatorium. That's not a long album, but
also,
like
can I ask what was the girl's face like when she answered the phone? Was it like who's phoning this place? Was it like a place where you pre-order the baked goods, or?
No, it was like a very local place, which also has me wondering, like, who's calling? You know what I mean? One time I was
Are
at
you open?
Subway. One time I was at Subway, and the lady was making my sub, and in the middle of it, the phone rang, and she stopped making my sub. I went and answered the phone, and my only question was like, "Who the fuck is calling Subway? What do you
Can
want
you
to
tell
know?"
me how fresh your tomatoes are today?
Yeah, hey, is your meat still gray? Oh, it is? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be right down. That's awesome. Thank you.
But
Fucking
if
love
her
Subway.
face looked like it was a complaint, maybe she was getting a complaint on the phone about her working there,
Whoa,
about
that's
what she was
meta.
doing.
Yeah, maybe.
That's super meta.
Or I
Yeah,
don't want to
maybe.
make you feel bad, but maybe she got a call and they're like, "Is this Ashley? Your whole family died in a horrible fire." She's like, "Just a second, I have to help this customer."
I'll be with you in just a second. What?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Sorry, a guy just walked out. Can you just hold the news for a sec?
Yeah, maybe you're the asshole, Daniel.
Oh, I am to them, but in this situation, I believe that I'm right.
No, I think that was
And,
justified. That was a justified.
Yeah,
And
I
honestly,
agree.
this is a coffee shop that I kind of have a bad time when every time I go there, and
Why
their
do you-
stuff is not.
Why? I don't like to go to any coffee shop that I can't pre-order.
See, I don't like you people though,
Yeah,
because
that's
now,
insane.
now, like especially Starbucks, God forbid, I try to avoid Starbucks whenever possible, but you go to the counter and they're just helping people who ordered online. They don't even, you gotta wait. If I'm standing in there and I gotta watch you make 5 drinks for people who are not there, kick fucking rocks.
Yeah, but-
I'm
Yeah, the
in
pre-order
store.
people are ruining it for
If I come in,
everyone.
if I come in and order, my order should jump to the front of the people who ordered on an app.
Wrong. The app's the way to go.
I'm not going to download the Starbucks app. I won't. I can't do it. I go to Starbucks on the road sometimes because it's the only real option. But like, I don't know, man. Fuck Starbucks and fuck Israel, honestly. So
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
pre-ordering
not...
is the skip the dishes of ordering.
Okay,
Like,
skip
it's so
the dishes
annoying.
can go fuck themselves.
it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, because my wrap is getting made for skip the dishes, and then all these people in the restaurant are having to wait for that thing, you know?
Yeah, it's bullshit. One time, I have ordered Skip the Dishes or any of those food apps one time in my life. Once,
Oh.
that's it. And I ordered a Blizzard from Dairy Queen because I was with Tar. I was doing it kind of as a bit because Tar didn't want to go to Dairy Queen, and I was like, fine. I was pretending to be mad about it, and then I just pulled out my phone and just ordered a Blizzard to my house. I thought it'd be funny, and then it took them like 40 minutes to bring it, and it was just a melted milkshake by the time they brought it to me. You got to bring the frozen thing first. Doesn't it take precedence?
They don't. They're idiots.
They don't care about the frozenness
Don't
of
care.
the meal.
Crazy. So I'm like, well, this is because I was kind of like, wow, this is really actually quite sick. I can just have a Blizzard delivered to my home. That's
I
awesome. But like
used to know
now,
somebody that would get movie popcorn delivered to their house when they were
I've
watching a
done
movie
that.
at home.
I've not done that, but I've been there when that's happened. It's like apparently it's like $35.
Isn't that what
Ugh.
it is when you go eat too?
No, it's like 15.
Stupid
I
expensive.
mean, I don't want to sit here and say I don't order it all the time, and my year in review of Skip the Dishes order is absolutely sickening. But ordering,
Just give you like a wrap, like
it gives you a
Spotify?
wrap, and it's
No.
insane.
it
does
does
not.
not.
It does.
Does it?
And
Oh.
another comedian, we won't mention names, but you probably know who it is, but he refused to show me his year in review because it was so bad.
I don't. Are you fucking with me? Just
I'm
Skip
not.
the Dishes
Okay,
gives
I
you
want to
a
know what
wrap?
I need to know what yours was.
You get an
Nobody
email. I'll see if
wants
I have it. You get an email and it's like, "This is what you ordered all year." And I'm like, oh my
No one
god!
wants to
no.
know that.
Nobody wants to know that.
That's
That's
Never.
insane.
I've done skip the dishes 2 times in my life, and both one I was on vacation and one I was at a hockey tournament.
Did we find Shane's rap from?
No.
I can't find it, but I will find it. It is real.
Don't say it is
But
real
I
on
was
this
just saying that I've been known to accidentally order my skip the dishes and it goes to the wrong address.
Oh.
So, and mostly it was when I was drinking and I'd be in a cab coming home and I'm like, I'm gonna order it and then it'll be there when I get home. But my location services pinpoints that I'm at another address, so it automatically goes there. And it happened last week or so, And I realized it, and I had to phone the driver, and I'm like, I'll tip you $20 if you deliver it to my house, because I'm not going to the middle of a Esquimalt for my Chinese.
So
And he said, okay.
Did he do it?
Yeah.
You're sober ordering skip the dishes?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Sometimes
crazy.
on a payday, I'll treat myself.
I just feel like the order's going to be fucked up when it gets here.
Cold,
Every
messy.
time.
It's usually fun.
I don't trust it. I also don't really like ordering takeout and then eating it in my house.
I
really
also
very much.
hate that.
I love that.
I don't really like it. It feels there's like a sadness to it. It makes me feel dark, like it's not good or something. Especially like
Watching a movie?
I'm a big soup guy, and like for some reason Vietnamese pho is not as good when you eat it in your house as when you eat it in the restaurant. Same with ramen. It just gets weird. I don't know.
So the faux people have upgraded though these days. If you order delivery from them, they send it all separate. So it's not.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
okay.
that makes sense.
They used to do it all and it would be mush. So I get that, but now it's all separated.
See
Okay.
if you guys can guess the 2 places that I've skipped the dishes from.
Tim Hortons.
Red Robin's.
Yes, Red Robin's is one of them.
No way. Red Robin was correct. I was like, he said that, and I was like, that's really funny.
No, that's accurate. It was Red Robin and not Tim Hortons. There's one other.
KFC,
No, ew, no,
White Spot,
no. More basic and not McDonald's.
Starbucks.
No,
Burger King.
no,
Wendy's.
no.
Is it fast food?
Yes.
Ooh, Taco Time.
No, no,
McDonald's.
no. You ready?
Damn,
Let
what
me
was
tell
it?
you.
Subway.
Subway. It was Subway.
Subway. See, that's another thing. Subway, ordering Subway and not being there to watch them prepare the sub, I don't trust that.
Well, we were in
Yeah.
Anaheim and I just got it delivered to the hotel because I didn't want to go out. It's a little ghetto around Disneyland. And I didn't
Is
want
it?
to walk. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Can you order skip the dishes from Disneyland?
No.
Oh.
But they
What
have
would you
on the
get?
Disneyland app, you can pre-order all your food to all the restaurants.
Just one of those giant Mickey Mouse pops. I just love to see a skip the dishes guy have to trudge through Tomorrowland to get your order.
You're in Nashville and
You
you order one of those big, long, like 3-foot drinks. You're in Vegas. One of those big 3-foot tubes you order to your room. Just drink it.
You do have to pre-order Dole Whips now, and I didn't know last time I was there, and I went to order a Dole Whip. So I will backtrack about not caring because I went to order a Dole Whip, and the wait, guess how long the wait was for the Dole Whip?
45 minutes.
5 hours. It was a 5-hour
What?
wait to get the Dole Whip.
That's not a real thing. Also, what's a Dole Whip?
What?
Sarah's
It's a pineapple flavored whippet, I think it's called.
It's like a pineapple ice cream, soft serve. It's so fucking good. You can only
You
get
can only
it
get it at
next to
Disneyland?
the Tiki Bird place. And I think there's a couple places that have it now, but the only real one is next to the Tiki Bird show.
5 hours. That's
It was
messed
They
up.
have one
5-hour
in
wait. I'm like,
Victoria.
what? I'm like, what did you say? She's like, yeah, 5 hours. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not coming.
I
Time my Disneyland adventure to come back here in 5 hours for a fucking Dole Whip.
How funny is it to be the person selling a Dole Whip and someone's like, "Can I get a Dole Whip?" and you're like, "Hey, listen, the wait on that 5 hours. That's such a funny amount of time. You can fly across the country in the same amount of time. Which you can get a
Right?
Dole
I need
Whip.
to look up how to make a Dole Whip, and then we can decide.
You always get a Dole Whip, and then you eat it while you're watching the Tiki Bird show. So Jude and Zach were in line for the Tiki Bird show. I'm like, well, I don't know if y'all want to come back or not, but it's a 5-hour wait. So
That's the funniest shit I've ever. What's the Tiki Bird show? I've never been to Disneyland.
so racist. You go into
Oh,
this
no.
like old Hawaiian hut, and it's all these animatronic birds singing these songs, but all around lining the room are like these animatronic totem poles that talk. It's fucking.
No.
It's
Do they have
probably.
accents?
What's that? Yeah, they're like, hey, ho. Like, it's
Don't
awful.
do it.
But no,
They sing "This
Hawaiian.
land is your land."
they're supposed to be Hawaiian. That's my second favorite thing at Disneyland is
Oh,
the
man.
extra racist small world.
former guest of the show, Faris Haitia, he got his own late night talk show.
Oh, he
And
did?
it starts
that's
this
cool.
week. They're filming the first one as
That's
like a pilot
amazing.
in Calgary, and I wrote on it.
Oh,
And one of the
fun.
jokes, I have a segment that I wrote called News You Shouldn't Care About. And one of the jokes was that Mark Carney is meeting with top officials in China for the first time. And my joke was Justin Trudeau called and offered to help him by lending him his Chinese guy outfit.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
I thought you were going to make a Katy Perry joke.
No, I did that as well. I wanted to write a joke about the Katy Perry thing, but I actually just quoted people from the Variety post about it and the top comments, because the top comments were so funny. One of them was just, Katy Perry, the astronaut? And then
That's
another
hilarious.
guy was like, so good. I'm like, I can't top that. And then
No.
another guy was like, he said, wow, I never would have guessed that Katy Perry would date an Indian man.
Aw.
And then somebody said she kissed a girl and she liked it. So also pretty good.
That's
That's
pretty
fun.
good.
Pretty good. But the astronaut one, that sent me. That's so funny.
That is
Really,
pretty
really
funny.
good.
Where's it gonna be aired? Like online or on TV?
I think online at first, maybe. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like a CTV jobby.
I think Just for Laughs is behind it.
Oh, good.
Oh, cool.
Pretty sure. So
My hate is a little bit silly now.
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got?
Well,
How to make
So I
Dole
would-
Whip in under 5 hours?
oh my god. Buy one of those soft serve machines from Costco. So I was trying to drop my kid off at hockey the other day. And it was like a
Fucking
little
nice,
parking
eh?
lot at the arena, but it's also attached to Starlight Stadium, which had a Rebels game, and there was like a hockey tournament. It was mayhem. Anyway,
Wow.
3 separate times, I'm going around the parking lot, and I thought there was a spot, and it was a fucking motorcycle pulled super
Oh,
far
I
in.
hate that.
Motorcycles should not be allowed to take up one parking spot. They are too
Let me ask
narrow.
you this. Were you in your smart car?
No, but I was going to say, when I'm in my smart car, I purposely don't pull all the way forward so people can
Thank
still see when they're driving through, because otherwise you're a
Great.
dick.
Great job. That's
Right?
awesome.
Like-
I'm so proud of you. I'm
We
not
all
even
need to
being
live in this
sarcastic.
world together, and part of it is not
That's-
parking like a dick.
Really good. If any of you have a motorcycle or a smart car, don't pull all the way up in the spot because it gives us a conniption fit. Also, if you drive a white SUV, you're not allowed to pull over on the highway.
Oh,
I
'cause you
love
think
that
it's
they
photo
brought this
radar?
up at the next Hell's Angels meeting. They're like, all right, guys,
Yeah,
I want to talk to you about something serious.
yeah. Viper, Murder Gary. I heard you guys have been pulling your bikes all the way up to the front of the spots down at the club.
There's a lady in a smart car that's complaining about us online.
She's trying to get her son to hockey. Get down there,
douche
tell
move
your
is what it
story,
is.
and steal the 50-50 money while you're there.
50/50's online now. There's no cash.
Oh, that's a bummer too. I hate that too. That
I
sucks.
won it
Dude,
I won it a couple weeks ago. It was $700.
Convenience
Dang.
culture sucks ass, dude. It's so fucking lame.
Well,
I bought 50-50 tickets. I was at an Oilers game earlier this year, and I bought 50-50 tickets. I never do that. I'm like, oh, I'll buy some 50-50. Why not? You know? And then they announced, and they're like, the jackpot, you have to check online, and anybody from home can just buy it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
but
Yeah,
here's
I buy the Canucks one just for fun
here's
when I'm at home.
have you run a 50/50 before? Because
No, I
there's
don't care.
okay, but listen, there's so many rules around it. You have to like keep the tickets for 7 years and
What?
yeah, like it's fucking crazy. So if you do it online, it's all digital and you don't have to deal with all the bullshit that goes along with it. All
That's
the
crazy
regulations
too,
and
though.
stuff. It's way
But
easier.
that's also. But here's the thing, though. They're still selling tickets at the thing, so they still have to do that.
Yeah, but they're all on digital. They're digitized.
No, I had tickets in my hand.
But they printed them out of a little thing, right? They're not like the red ones that you get half and
Oh yeah,
give
that is
half.
true. Yeah,
So they're
that's
all
true.
still
Okay, yeah.
online. But it
I
does leave the grandpas out because the
okay, but
grandpas are struggling.
don't you don't you feel like it's a bit sad that the days where someone in that arena was gonna win that money that night, and you could watch them stand up and be like, "Yeah," and like you
That's
lost
pretty
that,
awesome.
and that sucks.
That still happens.
Does it?
Yeah, like at Royals games, they put the number up on the big
Yeah.
screen.
See, I
Oh.
skip the dishes 50-50 tickets from events.
You're ordering, you're ordering 50-50 tickets from a Canucks game on Skip the Dishes. That's crazy level of gambling addiction.
I'm like to the driver, I'm like, hey, can you check the numbers they just announced?
Oh man, that's so funny. But yeah, I think that's a bummer, and it makes me not like I'll never buy a 50-50 ticket if it's just open to the general public. It's the same thing as buying a lottery ticket. You're not gonna win, but like I just like the idea that somebody it's very analog of me, but I like the idea that somebody in the stadium is gonna win that night. It makes it more exciting. Whereas like if it's a week from now and some person you never there's no payoff there because it's like you said, we all got to live in this world together. Me pitching in and losing, but someone else in the same room as me won feels like I'm part of it. That feels exciting to me. I think that's cool. But I love so much that you own a smart car and you pull all the way up. I've never heard of anyone doing that, and I want to let you know that that rules so much.
Well, I
You've
appreciate
won
that.
this podcast
We have
today.
run into a problem in that we lost the key to the smart car since that happened, and now no one can drive it.
It just sits. It's just a big paperweight. That
Yeah,
sucks.
it's an expensive insured paperweight that no one can drive because we lost the key.
And getting a new key is probably like $400, I bet.
Can't you
I don't
just
know.
go in through the top like that?
No,
the
because smart
children's
cars have
toy?
this like crazy thing where if you don't push this button on the key, it won't start, even if it's unlocked.
Oh, see? Smart. It's not called a stupid car.
No, it's very intuitive.
I'll tell you, I got another complaint. I know we got to get out of here pretty quick, but Victoria, British Columbia is becoming undrivable. I've listened, you know me. I've always been on the side of don't complain. The traffic's not that bad here. It is getting bad. It's to the point where like it took me I live in Rockland near Fernwood, which is a 10-minute drive from Uptown Shopping Center, and I was driving up to Port Alberni on the weekend, and it took me 35 minutes to get from my house to Uptown, and it was not rush hour yet.
That's
And
insane.
No, it's normal.
and I love the bike lanes. I like them. I use them. I don't really think they're a problem, but the ones that they put in on Blanchard downtown
Oof.
and have eliminated all those parking spots, or no, sorry, you can still park there, and now it's just one lane.
It's insanity.
It's just gridlock. You can't get through. It's like it took me like two lights to get through one light to go one block today.
I was in that when an
Finally.
ambulance was coming behind me and I didn't have anywhere to go. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
crazy.
what do you do?
Yeah.
There's trees there now.
My commute is 16 kilometers on the dot. And every morning it takes me between 55 minutes and an hour and 10 minutes to get to work for 16
The traffic has
kilometers.
always been bad in that spot.
Oh, it's
I'm
way
talking about
worse.
like,
It's
is it worse?
way this morning I couldn't even merge. I was like half a kilometer away from the highway lined up to just try and merge onto it.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere anymore, and it sucks. It's really frustrating, man. Like to get anywhere, you got to add like an extra 10-15 minutes. Our parents live in it's kind of a suburby area called Gordon Head, and they have their own rush hour over there, and it's around 3 o'clock because there's so many schools. It also you just can't get anywhere. It's crazy. And then
Yeah.
I try to like take back roads, and they're all like closed with construction everywhere. And then they got like the bike corridors, like that they've cut off in my neighborhood, where like it's not just bike lanes, but they've cut off whole streets, and they're like you're not allowed to drive down here.
I
I
hate
think I've
that.
talked about this on here before, but like a lot of them you can still fit a car down them, so I just go anyway. I don't give a shit. Well, I'm thinking about things, and like I've actually been doing a bit about this, but like I understand there's laws but you have free will and you can decide which laws you want to follow and which ones you don't. Like you can break any law you want,
As
but
long
you
as
just
you're
have to
willing to
be
deal with
okay
the
with the
consequences.
consequences, right?
Yep.
Like I'm not going to break the prison laws because I can't go to prison. I'm 44. I can't have roommates, you know. But like thank you. That's a good joke. But it's with the ones that just cost money if you break them. That's like I feel like that's a case by case basis for me. Like to if you get caught going down the wrong way on one of those streets, it's $105 fine. I don't live in a neighborhood where there's cops. I'm not going to get caught doing that. If I did, it might be like once a year. It's $105. That's less than I pay for Netflix in a year. That's money well spent. If
The
I get
one
caught,
that you like don't turn right on a red. Sometimes I'm like, what's going on here?
Oh,
Like
I
the
won't do it. I won't do it.
accidentally.
I sometimes there's the one by my house. I sometimes kind of want to do because I hate it, but like the ones where there's bike lanes, I get it because like I don't know. I have a friend who got clipped on her bike because someone was doing that, and it's like it's case by case. Sometimes they're like it's just overkill, and I'll look and be like, well, there's no camera up there. I'm doing it. I don't know. Whatever. Fucking sue me. I'm already I'm in a BMW anyway. Everyone already hates me, so might as well just act
you're
like.
dude. Probably set your alarm on the fucking ferry too, don't you?
Oh, I don't have an alarm. I would never. But like, you know what I mean? Like those laws where it's just money, you can decide. Like if you want to smoke in the old spaghetti factory, you don't need a time machine. You just need $50.
Well, and not like they'll kick you out. So the old spaghetti factory is not. No, I think they would ask you to put it out first.
You start smoking on your fourth free thing of bread.
Yeah, that's the move. Then you light a dart. Well, because the after bread dart is good stuff too. Okay, can I ask you a question? I can't go too into this because my friends and I stole this idea. We just do it for fun. We stole it from another podcast, which is a great podcast, All Fantasy Everything. Incredible podcast where they just fantasy draft things that are not sports related. And so me and some friends, my friend, former guest of the show, Jill Van Gene, and her whole family, Jer, James, and her husband, Chris, we just draft stuff just for fun. We're not trying to like make it into a podcast, obviously, or like rip off their idea. We just find it to be a good time. And we drafted 80s movie villains this week. And Jill is arguing with me because she picked Gozer from Ghostbusters, right? And I drafted Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which I think is a better pick. What? You don't think Stay Puft is a villain?
Really?
He's crushing a city.
He's crushing the city.
Not to be vindictive, just because he doesn't know any better. He's just a baby.
Well, okay, this was one argument that someone said. They did say that he's misunderstood.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but he's still a villain. He's still the bad guy they're trying to kill. But Jill is saying that he doesn't exist without Gozer, so he is Gozer. So I can't have him because she already has Gozer. And I'm like, that's bullshit.
That's incorrect.
Those are too separate.
That's too much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
also,
it.
you guys are missing it because the scariest villain in that movie is the ghost in the library.
Yeah, I agree. Totally, actually. But that's probably a good call. You know what else I got?
Oh, sorry.
I also drafted, my first pick was Freddy Krueger, first round, obviously. And then I picked Judge Doom.
Oh, that's not the 80s though, is it? Oh,
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Ooh, that's a good. He's evil. He's scary. Yeah.
Thanks. And then I took Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and then I think I have another one, but I forget who. But it's pretty good. I think that people are writing their teams down now.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think the Marshmallow Man would get through on Blanchard at 4:00?
Dude, he would just go through. He doesn't give a fuck.
Did anybody pick Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Oh man, I'm gonna pick her right now. Was she the real bad guy in that?
No, she's this one that scared and made you jump. Jump scared you. Large Marge.
Was she a villain though?
She was scary. Isn't anyone
I gotta
gonna
look
pick?
into this.
What about straight up Satan from Fuck Me Jesus? What's that movie?
The Exorcist?
Yes. Beelzebub.
Yeah, I guess. I I don't know, man. Pretty good. It's pretty good. I feel like I can't go too into this because then I'm just doing the All Fantasy Everything podcast. I don't want to do that. That feels fucked up. So
That's
I
fair.
probably-
But Large Marge was the ghost truck driver in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so I think that's fair.
Yeah, but I don't know if she was a villain so much as just a character. There, like, who was the actual villain in Pee Wee's Big Adventure? You don't need to Google it.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah. Anyway,
Did you pick Biff? Did you pick Biff?
Yeah, Biff got taken. I
Okay,
picked
good.
Biff, but someone else did. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Someone took Bolo from Bloodsport, also really good.
What about any of the Heathers from Heathers?
Oh yeah, that's pretty good too. Or like Bennett, from Commando would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
But no, because Arnold Schwarzenegger's better. Arnold Schwarzenegger is just him saying, "Stick the knife in me, Bennett. See how it feels when you turn it. Take a look into these eyes and see what's going on in there as you turn it." Pretty good. But that's like Arnold who makes it. It's not the actual ability. It's good. Anyway, lots to think about. Should I just pick the entire Iceland team from fucking the Mighty Ducks?
Or what's the team that didn't show up in Miracle Alaska?
No, it's definitely got to be Mighty Ducks.
The whole team from Iceland.
Yeah, that's so funny, dude.
What about the guy that keeps stealing the ball from the Sandlot?
Oh yeah, no, but he's not. He was misunderstood.
Like the guy next door neighbor from Home Alone, yeah. What?
Yeah.
Oh, did you get the Home Alone burglars?
Oh yeah, I think that's the 90s.
That's not 80s.
Might be the 90s. No, wasn't it like 89?
Yeah, or like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Or the bad guy that killed Hooch in Turner and Hooch.
I don't care enough about that movie. I think I'm gonna pick Iceland from Mighty Ducks.
That's fair.
But also like
How about Cancer from My Dog Skip? Oh no, that's not me.
Oh. Or AIDS from Philadelphia.
Well, the AIDS from Philadelphia is so fucking funny.
I mean, that's a winning pick right there.
Yeah, I'm picking that one.
Case of him.
I'm crying.
Okay, you can't do your picks right now. We got to end this podcast. I
All
need
right.
to know.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta pee.
That concludes our podcast for this week. Hopefully we're back in the swing of things and we can do it again next week.
We should do a Halloween app.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Halloween app.
Things we hate about Halloween.
Yeah, things we hate about Halloween. We'll do it next week.
I
Sounds
got
good.
one right now, but I'll
Save it for the pod, bro.
No,
Wear
I
a
know,
costume hat.
We're going to a party. Here's my last thing. We're
No,
going to a
don't.
party.
Save it for next
Save
week.
it. Save
No,
it.
it's a hate for right now. We're going to a party on Saturday night, and the theme is famous Canadians. And so my friend and I had a group joint costume together. We had two Canadians we were going to be, and then she's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to the party anymore."
Yeah, I don't think you should be Jagmeet Singh.
We were being Terrence and Phillip, but you can't just be
Oh.
Terrence or Phillip. You need to have both of them. Anyway,
Yeah, you do. That's true.
so my costume's fucked. Anyway, I'll
You
save
should go
the,
as Terry
I'll save
Fox's
what
robot leg.
Oh no, I'll save what I'm really going to be for next week.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Gross.
AIDS from Philadelphia is so funny, you guys. Or what about the bees from My Girl?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a gooder.
Oh, AIDS is from 1993. Or
Oh damn, Philadelphia. You mean not AIDS? My Girl's the '90s too, I think.
I gotta look. Okay, all right. That concludes our
we gotta end
podcast for
this.
today.
Okay,
Okay.
We'll see you
Okay.
guys later. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
bye.